matter better than the people that are watching.
Yeah. All right. Hey.
Woo,
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the live Thursday training in social networking professionals. I am Molly, and this is...
I'm Lisa. Nice
I
to
have
see
to figure
you
out which
today.
way to go. Do I put my hands this way or this way?
Oh, I know. It's always reversed on here. I get so confused.
Yeah. Yeah, so good morning. Good morning. If you're hopping in, let's see. Let's make sure, too, we are live in the group, hopefully. Somebody let us know if you can. Oh, I see us on my phone. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. If you're hopping in live, let us know you're coming in and where you're coming in from today. We always love to welcome people from all over the world. There's Anne-Marie. Hey, Anne-Marie. She is live. So we're live. If she's live, we're live.
Yes. Okay.
I always feel this like just instant success that we just.
I know. I'm like, okay, we're good now. It's like, all right. Hi, everybody. Have a great day. And yeah. So today we are going to be talking a little bit about how to just a teeny bit on setting up your Facebook profile so that you can go in and find prospects in groups. And so Lisa and I are going to be giving a lot of examples of things that we do to help, because this is really how we build on social media, right? So in fact, and thankfully due to COVID, it's like, oh my gosh, we've still been able to build a business. So
we haven't had a choice. We've had no choice but to do it this way. So we're grateful for the things we've learned, hoping to share with you guys. Anne-Marie's coming in from Quebec and Janice is coming in. Hi, Janice. Thanks for joining us. We love being able to share some of these things because they have worked so well for us and our team over this last, gosh, we're coming up on almost nearly 18 months of COVID now. So
I know. Isn't that crazy? And you and I were both just in Mexico, in Cancun. Yeah. And I was really fascinated by all the protocols that, kind of little hoops that we had to jump through there. It's always fascinating to just see how other countries are doing. Yeah. And I have friends in Kenya, in Africa, and they are totally shut down again.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh, craziness.
Yeah, it's craziness. Hey, Michelle, thanks for joining us today. Good to see you as well.
Awesome. Well, are you ready to jump in? Okay,
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can figure out how to share my screen again.
We did it once. It'll happen again.
I did it once. That's right. I can do it again. So I'm going to go to window. Let's see. Okay. Share. Okay. Nope, that isn't what I wanted to do, was it?
You had it right a minute ago. I know.
I know.
Yeah, for those of you that are joining in, we were so fortunate last week to be able to spend some time down in Cancun in Mexico. We were able to meet some of the people that we've been working with virtually for a year and a half now, and to be able to meet in person and have that face-to-face contact was just incredible. So for those of you that are coming in, we've got, looks like your Finder window now, Mal.
What's that?
It looks like what we've got pulled up now is your Finder window. Not
Oh, hang on just a second, because it should be coming. I know there's a lag.
Somebody is sympathizing with us and telling us, and I apologize because sometimes it just shows up Facebook user, so we're not sure who it is. I'm glad I'm not the only one who runs into trouble with the technology challenges. I think
so. I'm waiting to make sure, because right now on my screen I have our PowerPoint pulled up. Okay. And so I'm just waiting because there's a huge lag, which I always find fascinating. It's like, why is that?
That's weird.
Yeah. And so it's, I'm staring at my screen at the PowerPoint, but I'm seeing on my phone that it's not there. So it should be coming because I just.
Hi, Ruth Hurd. Nice to see you. Hey, Jan. Whoever's doing dishes, please stop or mute yourself. Oh, okay. I don't know.
I have a
It's not me.
woodpecker. Out. It's like,
Angel.
okay,
Oh,
is
it's
that
Angel.
not? Why is that?
Angel sympathizing with us. I think a lot of people are sympathizing with us. You know, part of the challenge is we switch back and forth between Zoom and StreamYard, and they're different platforms. So they have different ways of that share happening. In fact, it's really interesting. I was talking with somebody last night that I recently met who's an engineer with Zoom, and they were sharing with me some of the history of Zoom and how Zoom was actually the man who started Zoom and developed it and created it. He used to work with Cisco with WebEx. So if anyone ever uses WebEx as a meeting platform, the man that started Zoom came from there and kind of tried to solve all the Cisco WebEx problems in his creation of Zoom. So it's a really dynamic platform, and that's why Zoom has become so popular. They went from 3 million users to I think he told me 150 million users in like the first 3 months of COVID or something. Pretty shocking growth. So I sure wish I'd bought that stock.
Yeah, you and me both. Okay, I'm just going, what the heck? I just had it a second ago and it's not letting me do the same thing. So I'm like so confused because I'm so confused. So
well,
I share my screen.
While you're doing that, I'm going to kind of kick into the first couple slides of our presentation. So
that would be great.
We'll skip right through. And as Molly said earlier, our topic today is going to be talking with you about how to attract prospects or get new prospects or meet new people through using Facebook groups, and how you want to kind of go about the approach to set up your avatar and your Facebook profile, and utilize those groups to start to gain more people in there. So kind of by way of introduction, I'm Lisa Mackenzie. Molly and I have been working together for about 18 months now. And we have, between the two of us, been working in network marketing for over 15 years. Now, I know both of us have had experiences with a few different companies, and obviously not the most successful experiences with those other companies, because here we are. But we have been so grateful to have the mentorship, leadership, company training, all the tools that we have here, to have found some incredible success here in our team. And it has been really, really something amazing. We're both business people. I have a background in real estate. I actually was a corporate sales and marketing executive and became an entrepreneur. I've had my own business in a number of different ways for the last several years. And most recently in real estate, working as a real estate executive. And, you know, it's funny because we are both moms. We both have families. We've raised families. And I'm going to let Molly tell you about herself in just a moment. But one of the things that we share in common, not just the two of us, but with so many people on our team, is that our passion really, truly is helping people achieve their dreams. And, you know, we do it in different ways. I always like to say I've been able to help people find their dream houses for a lot of years. And transitioning into this business, I'm able to help people find their dream lives, which is even better. So Molly, you got it now. You figured it out, girl.
You know, my motto this last year, especially because I am a part-time science teacher, and of course I've been teaching all virtual this year. And my motto with my students is, if you push enough buttons enough times, you'll get it to work.
Well, you got it now. So,
and I'm like, you know what? You just roll with it, right?
Roll with it. Well, thank you all for being so patient with us. And now you know a little bit about me and a little bit about us. And Molly, I'll let you just kind of take over your intro.
Okay. So as Lisa already said, we've been in network marketing for a combined several years, and we now build entirely online using attraction marketing. And attraction marketing is amazing because instead of, you know, feeling like you are hunting people, you are attracting people to you. And when I learned about that, it was like, sign me up. So we, as Lisa said, we are both super passionate about helping people achieve, and we are excited to share with you what we are doing. So is this training right for you? So if your goal is to sell more products or recruit more people using social media, if you've tried using social media in the past to build your business and all the effort is just not getting the results you want, oh my gosh, that was me. If you've purchased courses about building businesses on social media in the past, and you've been lost and overwhelmed, that was me. If you need more teammates and you feel stuck and frustrated, that was me. If you have a long-term vision for your business and believe there are no get rich quick schemes, because we don't teach gimmicks here. And if you're super busy and need a better, more effective way to be spending your time, then this training is for you. Okay?
It's for you, yes. And I see a couple of people popped on. Hi, Kimberly. And one person popped on and said they just now found us. Hope this is recorded so you can watch the replay. Don't worry. It took us a few minutes to get started technically. So when you popped in, you were pretty much right at the beginning. So let's talk about what we did back in 2015 when social media was kind of just starting to be a way that people use to build their network marketing businesses. And here's the thing. So first of all, that slide that Molly just talked about, all the things that have we've experienced and how and why this training would be good for you. I am just betting that everyone on here has experienced one or two of those as well. But here's what happened. And when people first started using social media to build their network marketing businesses, these things actually did work. It was posting about your products on your social media pages. You could just put links to your replicated website out there and people would click through because this was new. People hadn't seen people doing this before. Sharing videos about your company's products, actually changing the name of your employer on your social media to be your network marketing company's name, maybe even putting your link there. And just kind of spamming people. Just, we've all done it. So I'm just going to go on record and say, if you did it, don't be embarrassed. We own it. We did it. We're sorry. We managed to salvage some friendships. But if these are all things that actually, believe it or not, when people first started using social media in their network marketing businesses actually did work because it was new. But the times they are a-changing. Doesn't work anymore.
They are. So here's what actually ended up happening. Some of our friends actually unfriended us. We got negative comments about the industry being a scam and a pyramid. Very few people bought our products and nobody wanted to join us. And we became spammers without even knowing it. And I tell you, I'm still embarrassed by some of the things that I did, but we were just honestly doing what we were told to do and got totally frustrated. And at some points felt like quitting on our dreams altogether. And I remember going, you know what, I'm just going to fold my dreams and put them in a little box and tuck them away.
Yeah. Yeah. And, again, I'm just going to go on record and bet that most of the people watching this training have been in that same boat or still are in that same boat, because I have friends and acquaintances that are in other network marketing companies that still employ these tactics. They just plop their links out there. I get those "Hey girl" messages all the time. So again, if you're joining this training and this is something that your upline is still telling you to do, please don't worry. You're not alone. We're just here to change the world. And what
Absolutely.
we did was really set out to find where people were online and learn how to build relationships. And here's what we learned. Facebook actually has, I'm going to call it 1.6 billion users. So that's an awful lot of people just in this one particular platform on Facebook. WhatsApp, 900 million users. Facebook Messenger, you've got 800 million people using Facebook Messenger to communicate. And Instagram, a still fairly new platform, 400 million. I also want to just throw in here Clubhouse. If you guys are using Clubhouse, Clubhouse grew by, I think it was 10x over 3 months. So there are lots of places where people are out there and you can find them online, build relationships with them so that you attract them into your business. And that's what we're going to share a little bit more with you about today.
And TikTok is another one, just to
Yes,
throw it there. It's like, oh my gosh, it's endless. So the nice thing is I just want you to feel like, in the past, I was always told, go out, go to the grocery store and go find 10 people. And it's like, if somebody tells me to do that today, I'm likely to hit them or throw up on them, because we don't have to do that anymore.
We don't. And I like to say, I always, again, liken it back to my real estate business. And I think I would never just walk up to someone in the grocery store and be like, hey, do you want to buy a house or sell a house? And why would we approach this business any differently from the other businesses that we've successfully built in our lifetimes?
Absolutely. So here's what we're going to run through today. So a very simple and abbreviated 6-step attract your downline process. So number 1 is building your community. 2 is targeting your prospect. 3 is communicating with your prospect. Step 4, adding value and making offers, following up and closing. And then step 6, rinse and repeat. Okay, so we're just going to, again, give you kind of an abbreviated steps of these.
Yeah, okay? And I see a couple people commenting that they need this training so much. So start taking notes. Here we go. And Janice, Clubhouse invite. If you message me.
Actually, Janice, I can get you a Clubhouse invite. So
I was going to say, message me or Molly will get you one. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
So I'm just going to cover this one because it's me. So step 1, building your community. The first thing you want to do on Facebook is have a profile that tells who you are about in an instant. So, and you don't want to post in your job section your company link. In fact, I don't have anything about the company that I'm with on my Facebook profile because I am always wanting to build curiosity. And so because it's kind of like, if you go to the grocery store and you see, you go in and you go, oh, there's Frosted Flakes. And you go, yep, I know what those are. Boom, done. You already have something about Frosted Flakes in your brain. Whether you like them or not doesn't matter. And so people a lot of times see what you're selling on Facebook. There's no curiosity there. There's no building relationships there. And so that's why we recommend to not post in your job section your company link or anything, because you want to really focus on developing those relationships. And then you want to start posting consistently. And this is an example of my Facebook, profile picture. Just as an example, there are some amazing ones out there on our team. I think of Whitney Rogers, for example, that just is amazing on Canva. Canva, by the way, is a fantastic tool, and it's a free website app that you can actually build your Facebook picture on. And that's what I did I did this using Canva. Okay.
Canva's a great resource. So definitely if you are wanting to change up your Facebook profile, that's a really good one to use.
Yeah. Okay. So Lisa,
let's talk about targeted prospecting. What does this mean? Well, one of the keys, and if you tune into our trainings regularly every Thursday, this is probably a common theme that you hear because we realize that this is one of the most important things in successfully learning to build on social media and attract people in, and that is identifying your perfect prospect. So again, let me tell you what your upline is telling you. Everyone within 3 feet is your prospect. That is absolutely not true. There are people that are aligned with you as an individual to be your perfect prospect, either for your product or your opportunity. So you want to spend some time building that avatar, building that profile of who that is. And what you want to do is you want to know who they are. What are they thinking about? What makes them tick? What problems do they need to solve? What keeps them awake at night? Who are these people? Where do they live? Do they have children? Are they married? How old are they? These are all the things that you want to get very, very, very clear on, because in doing so, you're going to then know what their problems are and how you can help them. And that's what is going to be the key to attracting them in.
Absolutely. Okay, so there's lots of different types of posts to attract your avatar. And one of the key things is, first of all, posting consistently. It's kind of like having a job in that sense of like, okay, you have a job, you have to show up. And also, when you are building on social media, you have to show up consistently. If you go, oh, I'm not going to post for a week, you are starting all over again. So make sure that you post consistently. And here is a list of just different things that you can be posting. People love to know lifestyle. So as I mentioned before, Lisa and I were in Cancun last week, and I had fun posting pictures of our trip because that is lifestyle, okay? To curiosity about your product or your business. You can be talking about, oh, wow, I like to post pictures about my breakfast shakes and going, man, because I'm a runner and I love to just kind of promote some curiosity about those things. Engagement ones. I saw a great one the other day that it was, what is on your anti-bucket list? I really like that one because it's like, oh yeah, mine, no ever bungee jumping. Okay. That's a great way to create engagement and get people talking. Inspirational, motivational. You'll find that you don't always get a lot of engagement on those, but I can't tell you how many times I've had people come back to me later on or even message me and going, I just love your inspirational posts. And it's like, that's awesome, right? Because I want to do that for people, okay? I always like a little comic relief. That's me. But again, I'm careful about what it is. So I personally do not post anything that has to do with politics, for example, because that will drive people away and you create division. And it's not that you don't have opinions, because we all do, but if you are wanting to build a community on Facebook, I suggest that you don't do anything having to do with politics or anything with, it's like, those dinner conversations. Remember, what are the 3 things we don't talk about? Politics, religion, and was there something else? There was like 3.
I
guess it was just politics and religion. Yeah. And then also tips. It's great to give either business tips or tips on a product, or tips for, like in the summer, tips for skincare in the summer, how to keep your skin healthy. People love that sort of stuff. So again, this is just an example of different things that you can be posting to attract people to you.
Yeah. And one of the things I think is really key about that is mixing those things up. So that is a terrific list. I hope you guys got all those things down, because you don't want to be just doing one of those things. You want to kind of mix those things up and disperse them in. But now, guess what? You've identified your perfect prospect. You're real clear on who they are and what their problems are. You've started doing posts that are going to attract their attention and get them curious. How do you connect with them? How do you get them interested and connect with you? Well, really, there's 2 ways to do that. One of them we do, one of them we don't do. So we don't do paid ads. We just have found, and there's a lot of people out there that do paid ads. There's a lot of companies that teach on how to do paid ads. They promote the use of paid ads, but they are very, very difficult to get any results from unless you have big, big, big bucks to spend. And I don't want to spend my money that way. I'd rather spend it in Cancun or other places. So instead, we're going to talk about organic reach out strategies. What are ways that you can organically, and I always like to say that you're doing this not in a creepy way. So those messages that feel creepy or you're being stalkery on people's pages. This is not about that. We are going to be talking about organic reach out strategies that feel natural and comfortable and allow you to truly connect with the people that you want to be talking to.
Yep. So the first thing to do is find groups that are in alignment with your ideal prospect. And there are a gazillion groups out there. And it's fun because sometimes I have just spent some time going, oh, let's see, what skincare groups are there? What weight loss groups are there? What networking groups are there? I would highly recommend that you sit down for about an hour and just explore different groups. And it's funny because sometimes I find a group that looks really good and I go in and a day later I leave because you go, oh yeah, not for me. And that's okay because that's part of the exploration process. For me, being a runner, I'm in a couple running groups, and I'm in a couple networking groups. You can have a variety, but find groups that are in alignment with your ideal prospect. And you want to go in and look for people that you can possibly help with a solution. So it's kind of funny because I have this funny way of looking at it in my head. You may like garage sailing, but a lot of times, garage selling, you're looking for a treasure, right? And so when I go into groups, I think about who can I help? I am looking for a treasure of somebody that I can possibly help. And it may be just something simple. Like there's a group I'm a part of. It's called Washington Girl Gang. It's WAG. And it's not a group that we can post any sales in, but I love being able to just go in and support other women. And it's nice because you can start to develop friendships and relationships in there, whether they become a prospect, or, on my team later or not. It's just really nice to connect with people. So find a post from a person who looks like they might be a good prospect, like the post and leave a comment on them. You might check out their profile and do a little research and go, oh, is this person somebody that I would really like to connect with, that I have in common? Are they somebody that I could potentially help? If so, send them a message and talk about what you have in common and ask questions. You might say, hey, I just saw your comment on, blah, blah, blah group. I just found the group and love it. How did you end up finding it? And whatever it is, just find something that maybe you have in common. It's interesting because I was just friending a gal the other day, and she's back in Illinois, and she's in the same town as my sister-in-law. So you're always just looking for ways to build connections and build interest, okay? This is how to connect and start the getting to know, like, and trust process. And notice too, this is not a get rich quick. See, this is a very, step-by-step process. This is not something that you can rush. Okay.
This is something that really does take time because you've got to do it in a way that builds that connection, and you don't necessarily connect with somebody instantly. It takes time to build and connect with people. So this is just an example of a weight loss. If somebody has a weight loss product, this might be a way that they could go into a weight loss group, see somebody that makes a post, and you can use comments. You can thank them for sharing. You can ask some questions. This is where you get a lot of engagement because people love to come in and comment. And eventually somebody's going to comment something that is going to clue you in to a way that you can help solve their problem. They're going to connect with you. They're going to start to know you, like you, trust you based on the things that you're saying here. And then you can connect with them in Messenger. You can, at the right point in time, offer up your solution, learn more about what it is that they're doing. But this is a great way to really, really understand what people are looking for and how you can help them.
Absolutely. And I love doing that. I really do.
Yeah.
So step 4, adding value and making offers. So remember, it's so funny because, gosh, in the past, it was like, I just so quickly wanted to find people and build my team, that it was like, it's that old adage of like, well, do you just jump in bed with the first person you meet at the grocery store? And it's like, when I was presented with that idea of this, what I was doing, sort of prospecting this way, it was like, oh my gosh, I just never thought about it like that. And it made me really realize what I was doing. So you can't get married till you have first have a few dates, okay? And so when you keep in mind like that, I know it's really funny, but that makes you understand the process, right? And I think sometimes when we've been in network marketing for a while, we're so passionate about our products, we're so passionate about our company, we're so passionate about our team that we almost forget that we have to go slow when it comes to meeting people and developing that relationship. So what can you give away for free to help your prospect with a problem they're seeking an answer to that's congruent with your business or product? So, for example, a coaching session. Maybe it's a sample of your product, okay? I love to go into Messenger and just go, once you start to talk and go, hey, would you like to chat? I would love to get to know you and see if there's a way that I can help you. So I'm basically offering a coaching session without calling it a coaching session, okay? Don't share your link to buy anything yet. Okay, this is how we move people from cold to warm. You're giving them something for free without even really saying it, okay? So you're giving them something for, as I say, for free, and that gives you a reason to follow up and continue the relationship, because you always want to be able to, stepping stone to stepping stone to stepping stone to continue to build that relationship.
Yep. And I think the key here is that whole value is actually, the whole giving them something free is giving them value. You're giving them something that is going to be of help to them. And what this does is it just helps you to start to build your list of prospects. And of course, you're going to move them through your funnel in a lot of different ways and over a lot of different times. But every time you give them something of value, you've got a great way to circle back in and follow up with that person to see how's it working for them. You don't come out and say, I gave you this piece of value, but you say, hey, last time we talked, we chatted about this. How's that working for you? So it gives you a way to continue communication with these people. And as they find that the things you're giving them for free, the value you're giving them works and helps them build their business, they become more committed to you. They start to trust you more. They start to invest in you a little bit more. It really takes away people's resistance as well, because you're not asking them for anything in return. People always get a little skeptical because they think they're immediately going to be sold to. So when you don't do that, you're kind of taking away that block. And guess what? It basically is a warming up situation. You're letting them window shop. You're letting them try out not only you, but your products, your company, your methodology, your team. They're kind of test driving all of that. And then when they're ready, when the timing is right for them, or when they really get clear that you've got something incredible to offer, that's when they join or buy from you. So it is a process. It's not as Molly said, get rich quick. It's not a get married on the first date. It's a process, but it is a good one and it works.
Absolutely. Okay. So step 5, cut the follow up and close. So your messages and valuable social media content are really warming up your audience even further. So remember earlier we talked about posting consistently. And again, you can see that that posting and that variety of posts is such an integral part of the process. And then you're finding that you're only talking to people who are interested in you and really not wasting your time, which is fantastic. And some may join automatically just from your posts. And I have had that happen where there's like an instant connection. And then there's a lot of people that just take, a long time. And that's fantastic, because you start to get all that different, sorry, I just lost my train of thought there for a second as I had a phone call coming in. But anyways, you start to get all those different Lisa, what's the word I want there?
Well, I think what you're getting at, Molly, is you are bringing in the right person. So
Yeah.
rather than just the people that, their eyes light up and they jump in, this process of talking to people, you're getting the real committed people. You're getting the people, we like to say we want to work with the willing, the people that are raising their hands and say, I like what you got, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you're going to get people in all different stages of the process, which is also really cool.
Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Absolutely. So let's talk about now what happens. This is the easy part. Now you've figured this out. You've got it down, and all you're going to do is do it over and over and over again. So number one key, understand what your prospect wants. What problems do they have that you can help them with? How can you deliver them value? How can you give them something without asking for anything in return? Don't post anything that looks salesy at all, right? One of the things we love to say, and it's true, stories sell, facts tell. So you're not just posting out there the facts about your product, your opportunity. You're just sharing people what it has done for your life, but you're not saying, let me tell you what this has done for my life. You're sharing about your life. You're sharing about your experiences in your life, whether they be business or personal, so that people start to understand that life is created from what you're doing and what you're using. And it's all about lifestyle. We're in the lifestyle business. We want people to be attracted to the lifestyle that these companies and our teams create for us. So that's the exciting part. That's what people get excited about. And as Molly said earlier, we want to create curiosity. We're putting content out there. We're posting out there that makes people curious to ask questions and to want to learn more, not to just push stuff at people because, again, they're skeptical. They don't like that so much. One of the best ways to do this is move your conversations into Messenger. You're not necessarily going to carry on conversations in posts and groups or on people's pages or that sort of thing. You want to move it into Messenger so it's between the two of you and you can really connect with them individually. And then finally, share your giveaways, share your value, share your free information without asking for anything in return. Even when people ask you, this is tempting, right? When people say, oh, can you give me a link to that? No, no, you can, but you won't because you want to learn more about what they do. People very, very rarely just click through the link and do what it is that you want them to do. You want to walk them through it. So when they say, can you give me a link for that? You say, let's hop on a call or let's hop in Messenger and let me understand a little bit more about exactly what you need so I can make sure I give you the right thing. And then you continue with that conversation. And this is all you're going to do over and over and over every day. Just repeat, 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 and you will be amazed at the outcome you have.
Absolutely. And you know what? One of the things that I've really had to learn, because I have a science background, I'm a sort of a facts person. And so I'm kind of like bum, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. And I've had to really learn to tell stories and tell stories with my posts. And it's kind of funny because it's sort of a different mindset because I automatically want to go, like when we were in Cancun, we went here, 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 instead of going, wow, this was amazing. Look at, look how beautiful the weather was and the beach and got to feel the sand between my toes instead of going, hey, look at the sand, and it's just a different mind shift. And I really had to work at that, to be honest, because I'm sort of a fact person.
Well, that's what science is all about. Science is all about facts. So it's very natural, but you've done an amazing job, Molly, of transitioning into being an incredible storyteller.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a work in progress. That's for sure. So just to finish up, because this is our last slide, Lisa and I are proof this system works because we both had the opportunity to go on an incentive trip to Cancun last week. And it was a blast, even though it rained buckets, of course, we just had a total blast. And it was just really neat because as I was thinking about our presentation last night, I was going, oh my gosh, we are really proof that this system works, because this is what we have done. This is what we've been taught, and it works.
It works. Yeah. This is what we were so blessed to become part of this team 1.5 years ago, and learning the things we've learned from our incredible mentors and leaders, and having success that we were never able to achieve in other network marketing companies before. So I hope this has been of value to you guys. Just drop us a value down in the comments. And of course, this will stay in the Social Networking Professionals group. And you can tell any of your friends about it. They can come and watch this. It's not technically recorded. They can just rewatch it anytime. But I'm really grateful to you guys for joining in today, Molly. It has been an absolute pleasure training with you as always. And I'm excited to see how people start to implement and use this. So please come back into the group and share your success stories as you start to do some of these things as well.
Absolutely. And Lisa, thank you, because this has been fun. And again, if you have questions or anything about what we do, a little more details, make sure you get back with the person who invited you here and set up a time to meet with them. And again, and if you aren't sure, please feel free to reach out to either Lisa or I, and we'll make sure that we find whoever that was. So thanks again, everybody. And thank you, Lisa, and have a fantastic day.
Okay, thanks, guys. Bye.